Did you think a paddleboard was just for stand-up paddling? It's so much more.
We thought we'd do a quick video on all the different ways we use our paddleboard on our boat because you see it so much in all of our videos. It's one of our favorite things to use on the boat.
A few years ago, we bought a stand-up paddleboard for our boat, thinking it would be something fun to do and maybe even get a little bit of exercise. And it ended up being so much more. We had no idea it was going to become our go-to activity on the boat, or that we were going to be able to do so many different things with it. If you've seen our other videos, you've no doubt seen our board floating behind the boat while we're out on the hook. It's pretty much always inflated and out there on the water. The first thing we do when we're out on the hook is pull out the board and inflate it and get it into the water. We got an inflatable stand-up paddleboard because it's super easy to deflate it and stow it on the boat when we're not using it. We use the Serene Life. We got it about 4 years ago and it's holding up really good. We'll put a link down in the description if you're interested in the board that we're using. And you'd be surprised at how many ways we actually do use it. In fact, I came up with 10 different ways we use our paddleboard on the boat, so let's jump into it. We'll start with the obvious. We use it as a stand-up paddleboard. Even though it's inflatable, it's super durable. Everyone can pretty much use it very well, especially the kids because their balance is crazy good. But Captain Brian has also gotten really good at it. But don't ask me because I'd rather do the second thing on the list. It's super easy and a lot of fun to sit on the board and use it as a kayak. We got a kayak paddle and we keep it on board for when we use the paddleboard as a kayak. You can also attach a seat if you want to, but we usually just sit right on it and it's really easy to paddle around. Next to jumping off the swim platform or jumping off the side of the boat, jumping off the paddleboard seems to be a lot of fun for the kids. They do it constantly.
Although it does make our boat dog Gracie a little bit crazy because she wants to join in on the fun.
The kids have also come up with all kinds of fun games with the paddleboard. They'll jump from the swim platform and coast or surf across the water. Again, kids have crazy good balance to do tricks like this with the paddleboard. Nailed it! And then there's just all kinds of weird stuff that you catch them doing. We don't have a dinghy on our boat, so we use our paddleboard. It's especially useful for taking our dog Gracie to shore. She loves to ride on the paddleboard. In fact, Gracie just loves being on the paddleboard in general. Our dog loves the paddleboard so much that she's usually hanging out on it the second we put it in the water. She just likes being close to the water and floating around behind the boat. And speaking of floating behind the boat, did you know you could use the paddleboard to serve drinks and snacks? Who knew? Our paddleboard has become a handy little platform for serving up all kinds of drinks and things when we're out on the hook.
It runs on Windows or Linux. Oh, okay.
We have even used the paddleboard as a floating work vessel. The paddleboard has come in handy several times as a floating work vessel, accessing the bow vent to clean it out, or even just sitting on it to clean the side of the boat. Towing? We've even used it to tow some of our other floats. Our kids figured this one out too, and they've used it to tow floats for fun, or to quickly go get a noodle that's floating away while we're out on the hook. And then finally, just relaxing and lounging. All that activity can make you tired, so floating on the paddleboard is a nice way to just relax on the water. So that's it. 10 ways we use our paddleboard on our boat. So if I missed anything, let us know in the comments below. And if you don't have a paddleboard yet, you just go get one.
If you want to see more of the paddleboard we use and how we inflate it and deflate it on the boat, check out this video.